Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp, and welcome back to our newest episode of the Major League Baseball Home Run Derby Map Showcase. Today we're going to be continuing on with our showcase of the teams from the National League. If you're not familiar with this mini-series, they recently put out a DLC on the Minecraft Marketplace for Minecraft versions that are not Minecraft Java, so Bedrock and Windows 10 Edition, as well as mobile, which has every single Major League Baseball stadium in Minecraft with a mini game that allows you to do the home run derby. So today we're going to be checking out the National League East teams. There's 5 teams. The stadiums, to be completely honest, are not my favorite of the ones we've showcased so far, but they're still got a little bit of history to them, I suppose. So jumping over to the first stadium, if you do enjoy this series, be sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below. First stadium belongs to the Atlanta Braves. We're going to be taking a look at that first. And for those of you who are not familiar with the series, what we do is we play the entire minigame for the first and last teams showcased. And then we do a little shorter showcase for just the buildings, or just the stadiums, I should say, for the other 3. So looking at the Atlanta Braves stadium, I don't really know how to say their sponsor. Truist, Truist, I suppose. Truist Park is a baseball park located in the Atlanta metropolitan area, approximately 10 miles northeast from downtown Atlanta in the unincorporated community of Cumberland in Cobb County, Georgia. It has been the home ballpark for the Atlanta Braves since 2017, so a newer stadium. I think the newest we've showcased so far opened March 31st, 2017, and it cost $622 million to build. That is very expensive. The capacity is 41,084 people, and the field prior to this one was where the Braves played was Turner Field. So looking at this field, obviously because it is so new, it's pretty unlikely that there's been anything of note there other than baseball because of COVID. But we'll have a look here. There's been about half a dozen concerts. Zach Brown Band, Jason Aldean, Billy Joel, Metallica, and Def Leppard with Journey. So good group of concerts there. And then there's been a single college football game at Truist Park. So again, newer stadium. Kind of expected that there's going to be less stuff there for just because of how long the actual field has existed. But not much to note, unfortunately, with the newer fields. I feel like as we get building the newer fields, they sort of become more cookie cutter as opposed to the older style. When you look at like things like Wrigley Field or some of the other stadiums we'll look at in the American League in upcoming videos. Again, nothing too super impressive about this one, but I suppose the amenities are probably better for the fans because it is a newer stadium, so you get that trade-off. Next stadium is the Miami Marlins Stadium, Lone Depot Park. This one is a little bit more interesting. It's got a retractable roof. I find that those ones look cooler in Minecraft just because of the level of detail you typically need for the roof itself. So Lone Depot Park is a retractable roof baseball park located in Miami, Florida. It's currently the home of the Miami Marlins, the city's Major League Baseball franchise, and it is located on 17 acres of the former Miami Orange Bowl site in Little Havana, about 2 miles west of downtown. It was built on March 5th, 2012, so another newer facility, and it cost $634 million to build at that time. The capacity is 36,742, and the owner is actually Miami-Dade County, so the regional government there rather than the team itself, which is a interesting little tidbit. The only other events, there's been a couple other events there at this field other than baseball. There's been a single college football, or there's been a few college football games. There's been 3 international soccer friendlies, all international soccer, from various countries outside of the United States, and 2 concerts. So again, not too much happening at this park. The roof is an interesting feature here. I don't know, like the way it's designed, and I'm not super familiar with this stadium, but the way it was designed in Minecraft is kind of interesting because there was this sort of a huge gap between the roof line and the top of the roof. Heading now to Citi Field, which is one of the more unique, again, a unique of the bunch, but not really unique in comparison to the other ones we've looked at. again, because it is a newer field. So Citi Field is a baseball park located in Flushing Meadows, Corona Park in New York City, completed in 2009. It is the home of the field of the New York Mets of the National League East, and obviously Major League Baseball. The stadium was built as a replacement for the adjacent Shea Stadium, which opened in 1964. This one is interesting. So the capacity is 41,992, and it opened on March 29th, 2009. And the total cost to build this facility was $900 million, which is by far, I believe, the most expensive field. And considering there is a lack of lack of anything interesting and unique about this field, perhaps there's some amenities that obviously you can't see on the Minecraft version, but just from looking at the field itself, there's not much uniqueness to it. So I was surprised at that amount of cost. There's been quite a few concerts here. There's been half a dozen soccer games. There's been 2 Major League Soccer games, and then 3 international friendlies and 1 World Football Challenge game. There's been 1 NHL Winter Classic, as well as a single lacrosse game. And it was the site of a max vaccination center during COVID, which is interesting. Moving on to Nationals Park. Nationals Park is, of course, where the Washington Nationals play, which I believe was formerly the Montreal Expos, but I don't know that for sure. So Nationals Park is a baseball park along the Anacostia River in the Navy Yard neighborhood of the Washington, D.C., home of the Washington Nationals, the Major Baseball League, since its completion in 2008. It was the first LEED-certified green major professional sports stadium in the United States. It was opened on March 30th, 2008, and it took just under 2 years to build. So, on a couple interesting facts about that, the price is $693 million at that time, and I already mentioned the capacity. Obviously, the biggest thing is that this was the first building certified for its attention to basically the emissions that it outputs. It had the 2015 NHL Winter Classic in National Park, and I think that is pretty much it for this. There's been about a dozen concerts, and Pope Benedict the 16th, who I believe was the Pope before the current Pope, had a mass at this facility in 2008. And there was 47,000 people at the mass. That's really all there is for Nationals Park. And moving on to the last one, which I believe is the most detailed of the group. That's not saying too much for this group, but again, all the newer stadiums, that's sort of what you get. You get more cookie cutter in comparison to some of the older stadiums. So this is Citizens Bank Park, home of the Philadelphia Phillies. Citizens Bank Park is a baseball park located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, within the city's South Philadelphia Sports Complex. It is the home of the Philadelphia Phillies, the city's Major League Baseball franchise. The capacity is 43,035 people, and it was built in April 3rd, 2004, and the owners of the City of Philadelphia and the Philadelphia City Council. Looking at Citizens Bank Park, the cost of the field was $458 million, so the cheapest we saw today. And let's just have a look at attractions. There has been the 2012 Winter Classic, which I believe may have been one of the first Winter Classics, was held at this arena, or at this stadium, I should say. And there's been quite a few concerts there over the years. That is really it. No other things of interest, no football games, no soccer games, nothing like that. But like I said, this is a less interesting group of stadiums than the previous one. I think the previous one's the best out of the 3 in the National League. But still, definitely worth taking a look at. So, especially if you're one of the fans of these teams, I mean, no disrespect in saying that your stadiums are not unique, because that is what the Major League Baseball wants. Any new stadiums are not built very uniquely anymore because they want it to be a level playing field for all the teams. So, again, it's sort of the unfortunate nature of which sports is now in comparison to 100 years ago, where there was a lot more uniqueness and home field advantage. Ultimately, Major League sports teams want to try and get rid of that now, which is why these newer stadiums that we saw from the NL East are all relatively similar in design. But that is going to be everything for this video. With that, the National League is complete. We'll move on in our next video to the American League. There's some cool stadiums to look at from that side of the Major League Baseball as well, and so look out for that in the next couple of days. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer and you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and share the channel with some of your friends. This isn't what my channel usually focuses on, but I thought I'd change it up a bit, do a mini series on this, and if you guys enjoy it, then it's something I'll look into doing more of in the future. Aside from that, hope you guys enjoyed, and as per tradition on the other two videos, I leave you with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Have a good one, guys. See you later.